Welcome to the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast. I'm your host, Keisha. I've got my friend, James, in the studio with me.
Wow. Friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Producer friend.
Producer friend. A
Yeah.
producer acquaintance.
What would you prefer to be called?
Loving husband?
I don't want people to know we're married.
Okay, fine.
I still look good enough that I could probably snag a rich old Persian man if you just quit following me around.
Okay.
I'm going to share some of the money with you.
How?
I'm going to have a secret stash.
Ooh.
And I'll just, send you over some money.
But you'd still be having to, bang the old Persian guy, right?
You got to do what you got to do.
How about if I don't want you to do that?
Get rich or die trying.
So,
I'd rather get rich.
I don't want your, secondhand fucked money.
Yes, you do.
Well.
When it's buying you everything you want. So, I was on one of the social medias today, and I cannot believe this debate is still going on about whether or not people should call you before they come to your house.
How is that a debate?
Because some people still think that it's okay just to come to someone's house.
Just to pop up?
Just to pop up. I mean, we're including family, friends. Yeah.
So, when we were younger, did we always call before we popped up at our friend's house?
That's different. We didn't have the availability to call someone unless you paged them.
So back in the day, we really just did pop-ups.
Yeah, we don't do that anymore.
We got phones.
This Wakanda. We don't do that here.
We don't just pop up on people.
I don't even want the people who live with me to pop up on me. If we're not in the house at the same time and you come home, I need you to kind of let me know something. You know what I mean? No one just wants to be popped up on.
I don't. I grew up with a pop-up.
You still do pop-ups.
I do. My family still does pop-ups. My dad's friends will just stop by and say,
yeah,
hey.
y'all do.
Yeah, I'm used to that.
That will get you shot in the hood. I mean, what do I look like? Your mom shows up unexpectedly with a banana pudding, and I'm in here trying to slobber all over her son's shaft. You know what I mean?
Okay, but from my perspective, that's a blowjob and nanner pudding. That's winning. Hashtag winning for James right there. In fact, could you do that more often on the off chance she shows up with pudding?
No, whenever you want pudding, just tell her you want some pudding. You come pick it up. She don't even have to come this way.
You just laid out the worst example of how exactly I would want to pop up to work.
No, I don't like pop-ups because you pop up on me and we'll be looking at each other through the window because I'm not answering the door because I'm not here.
You're going to duck like it's a bill collector.
No, I'm not. I'm a full good grown woman with a big back. What do I look like hiding from someone who's at my door unannounced? No, I'm going to look right through that little glass door, and we're going to look at each other until either you stop ringing the doorbell or turn around, or I just fucking call the police, tell them to come pick you up. I'm not letting you in. No.
So everybody's got to get pre-approved, checked, TSA'd before they can see Keisha.
I even kind of do that. When I'm gone, I'll send home a text to everyone in the house. We have that group text, and I'm like, I'm on my way home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And all of us should go, okay.
Yeah. It's just it's not just courtesy, it's safety.
Okay.
I feel safer when I hear someone coming through the door and I know who it is.
Okay, coming through the door, yeah. But a friend just popping up, knocking, wouldn't be a good thing? Even if it's a friend you hadn't seen in a while, someone you like to hang out with?
Sure. Let's Facebook Messenger, set up a day and time and location where we shall meet when I am fully dressed and in glam, and we can talk about anything we can reminisce all night long. We're just not doing it here unannounced.
So basically, it's nobody sees the wizard, not nobody, not know how.
No, we're really... I don't like that. I know you do. You don't mind that at all.
I don't.
I do. Well, because you look like trash all the time. So it's no big deal.
So this isn't about actually friends popping up unannounced. This is about you have to look right in case, or you have to look right if somebody's gonna see you, right?
Yes, but also don't pop up in my house no matter how I look.
base, don't pop up. Especially don't pop up before about noon.
I mean, I can be coming home straight from the Met Gala in full glam hair, designer dress, or whatever. Still don't pop up at my house because I'm not going to let you in. Then it's going to be an awkward situation because we're in a standoff. You're going to be like, is this bitch going to answer the door? I'm going to like, is this bitch going to leave?
We're just caught in a is this bitch loop.
Yeah, I'm just like, we're at an impasse right now because in a few minutes I'm about to turn this porch light off and then you're going to be in the dark. And
that's got to be a terrible feeling if you go to your friend's house and all of a sudden they turn the porch light off on you.
Yeah, visiting hours are over.
That's sad.
Yeah, and it could have been happier had you called.
This could have been a great.
This could have been a great situation. We could have been right up the road eating sushi and drinking sake, but no. Now we're both here uncomfortably staring each other through a glass door. You know, simple phone call.
Yeah.
You know, we're in our 40s.
I'm with you.
We're in our 40s. No one has time for that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think anyone at this point should call past 8. It's like, what the fuck do you need? Why are you not taking an Epsom salt bath like I am and getting ready to watch fucking My 600-Pound Life?
That sounds like one of those like old person superstitions. Like nobody calls after 8 p.m.
Right.
Because that like
That's
night air or something or.
Well, something.
You know.
Usually you didn't call past a certain time unless someone that died.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah. I just thought that was really, really funny. You know, something else that has been like a big debate on TikTok, which I find to be, well, it's ridiculous, but it also enlightened me. So we're down here in Texas, and we're right next to Louisiana. I assume that Black people all over the universe,
The Black universe.
all over the Black universe, knew about Black Creole people. But I was wrong. I was real wrong. Like, this has been quite the controversy. So I'm talking about Creole people who are a lighter shade, sometimes have really, really light eyes, have really, really I mean, they look more European than they do African American.
Right.
Okay. We down here can easily identify when we see a person that looks like that.
Right.
So when you see a person who looks like that, what do you say they are?
I'd say they're Creole, or we have other terms too. We'll use like a red bone or high yellow, something like that. But yeah, usually it's Creole.
I say they Black.
Oh, here I am trying to like dissect it.
Yeah.
Like, they're Black.
So this lady, she's on TikTok. I can't remember what her handle is, but she's always talking about Creole culture. Now she is, as I just described, really curly hair, blue eyes, very, very light skin. She could easily pass for white to a white person.
Right.
To a Black person, that left nostril look a little bit, no, there's a little bit African in there. Like, we can easily identify. So we have this I know man ain't never been to the moon. And this I know for damn sure a Black man ain't never gonna make it to the moon. We can't even get our own colors right. So you have other African American Black folks in the United of the States,
The U.S. of A.
the U.S. of the A's, trashing this woman, telling her she's not Black, like calling her names, like just straight up online bullying. So much to the point now people have like stitches coming in, like it is Black people have been getting in TikTok fights because Black people don't know their entire heritage.
Right.
Like, we've come a long way since the Shaka Zulu Africans. we come in different shades, different colors, different hair textures, all those kinds of things. But I just didn't realize that other Black people didn't know that. That goes to show that we some lazy motherfuckers. We didn't even take time to learn about ourselves. Swear.
Well, it's weird how some people actually think of it as like African American heritage, right? I mean, with Creole, it's African American, Haitian,
yes,
colonial French,
right?
All of that. They just think Black equals Black, and that's it. It's like if you're not the color,
right,
something, you can't be part of the culture, even though your culture is as Creoles are as African as any African.
But
I mean, to start from.
but they got a lot more European in them.
Well, they do, but I mean, they also have Haitian. I
Yeah,
mean, lots
I
of
agree.
Creoles, like
Yeah.
black Creoles, were literally the freed slaves from Haiti
Yeah.
or from
Yeah.
Haiti.
Yeah.
So,
I just thought all black people knew. If you're black
I don't know.
and you listen to this show, go look up Creole history so we can help this girl win this TikTok war because I want her to win so bad. All right. So if you are a friend of the Libra Lounge with Keisha, which I hope that you are, you know what time it is. It is time for the gap.
We know she has a really big mouth, which sounds kind of dirty, and that's probably true too. Let's gossip. The Gab with Keisha.
So I wanted to remind you guys really quickly that if you enjoy listening to me, you can also find me every Monday on Pinkshade Podcast as we are breaking down love during lockup. The new season just started, and boy, do we have a fresh new batch of dummies. Yes. I cannot wait to see where this season takes us. This Monday's episode of Pinkshade can also be watched over on YouTube. You get to see what we
video.
look like.
And they're gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So Kanye West said today during a podcast interview that if he and his wife, I can't remember, what is her name, Bianca? I don't know, big titty girl that's always walking around with no bra. I don't know. And always in beige, white, or black.
Loose titty girl.
Yeah, they're huge and they hang a little bit, but, they look good. But I just can't remember her name, so therefore I have to describe her. So he said that if he and his wife Bianca were to have a threesome, they would have it with Michelle Obama.
What? Huh?
Michelle Obama.
No, I heard the name.
Michelle Obama.
But how in the fuck is that threesome material?
I don't. See, this takes me back to the whole Jonathan Majors thing. Remember when he got arrested because chasing a white woman beating up a white woman, then the white woman was chasing him after he beat her up, like chasing him, trying to get back with him.
Yep.
And she released like phone conversations that they had and text messages, and he was telling her, and all of her blonde hair, palm-colored skin, and blue eyes, that she needed to be more like Coretta and Michelle Obama. So here we go again. Kanye is saying, oh, be like Michelle Obama. Here's the problem. These fucktards, they want Michelle Obama, they want Corettas, but they don't want to date women that look like them. There lies the problem. I'm just like, you keep saying everything that you want is in a black woman, but none of the women that I see you with are that color.
Not even.
Not even
that color.
close.
Don't dress like that.
No,
Don't talk like that. Don't
No.
have the education like have nothing like Michelle Obama.
Included, they probably don't have the teeth like Michelle Obama
No.
because she has a lot of teeth.
She has the teeth.
And you can like see all 5,000 of them when she smiles.
Yes.
Yes. So I don't know if this is from that one time whenever, I think it was whenever Taylor Swift won like album of the year or something like that, and she was doing her acceptance speech, and Kanye ran up on the stage and said Beyonce should have won.
Yeah.
And then President Obama called him like, I don't know, it was something silly like knucklehead or something like this. So I guess now he wants to, I don't hate fuck Michelle Obama. It's Kanye.
It's Kanye, and it's just dumb shit said for the provocation.
So he also just said that he is getting to launch Ye porn site. He's
Ye
getting
porn?
into the porn business.
Ye porn?
Yeah, Ye porn.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he is.
I can't wait to see what fucking porn he's gonna put up there.
I don't even like.
It's gonna be all.
It's gonna be
furries.
the weirdest shit. It's gonna be like AI.
It's gonna be AI. It's gonna be furries. It's gonna be some weird, like people in diapers. It's gonna be some weird shit.
You think diapers?
I think it's weird enough to count. Yeah. I think he would fetish about adult babies.
Well, he had like a porn addiction.
Yeah.
So this is like a crackhead
It's a
opening
crackhead
up a crack
house.
den. I think this would be a good idea. Since I'm already on crack, I might as well open up a crack business. Like, why do you do that? I'm not going to open up a bakery because I know I will eat too much product.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't be able to help. Remember that one time when we had the boutique and we sold that like kind of expensive fancy candy.
Yeah.
And I think we ate like
We ate more than we sold. We know we did.
by far.
Yeah. That was
Yes.
a terrible idea.
Our backs were really fucking big, and
Oh
we
my God.
and we got cavities.
Yeah.
It
And we
was
would just be standing around the store like, I'm hungry. Rather
And
than
just
go
grab.
we just grab our own stuff and eat it.
yeah, yeah, and it was a variety. There were gummies, there were strips, there was chocolate, there was almond chocolate. I
Yep.
mean, it was all kinds of shit, and it was like chase the rainbow.
We
And
lost money on that one. We
yeah,
really did.
yeah, and when we got to like down to like the last five, I was like, we're
We
never
are
doing this
assholes.
again.
Yeah.
This
We
was a
are
big
just-
mistake.
We are just
What
twats.
were we thinking? There's starving children right in our hometown, and we're sitting up here eating all the not free candy.
Yeah.
Ugh, I tell you, I don't know. So, you know what? I love to recommend a movie or a show to you guys, and I have to highly recommend. It is a short series. I think it's like 6 or 7 episodes, and it's called Baby Reindeer, and it's on Netflix. This is some of the craziest shit that I've ever seen. Okay, now this is based completely on a true life story. Actually, the guy who's playing the role is the actual guy
It's
who
his-
this happened to.
It's
Yeah,
his story.
it's his story. So I believe he made it into a play at first, and then he decided he wanted to get rich and did it the smart way and fucking wrote a script. And now you have a show on Netflix. So it revolves around this guy who's a bartender who wants to be a comedian. He's completely fucking not funny at all. He's one of the comedians that carries around like a suitcase and tries to pull out stuff and somehow make them funny. But even with the stuff he pulls out, he's still not funny, even though they're like a tag team and neither party is funny. Just nothing. It was just awful. So he's a bartender, and then one day this lady, a plus size short lady, comes in and gets a free drink and just starts coming every day, talking to the same guy. She says she's an attorney, a busy attorney, but the bitch ain't never got no money. She can never pay for her own Coke, ever. She can't pay for Coke, she can't pay for tea, but she keeps talking about how she has to meet with this kind of client, that kind of client, whatever. So she starts stalking him. And I mean like stalking him like 50 to 100 emails per day. You know, she's fantasizing about him. It's an unrequited love, right? So you think that this show is, here's a spoiler alert, it's completely about her stalking, which it is, but it really revolves around this guy and how fucked up his life really is and how he doesn't realize it until this chubby woman starts following him all over London. Okay. She stalks him so bad that she even called his parents and told them that he was in a horrible car wreck and they thought he was dead. Okay. So it's really about him and like his trials and tribulations where he realizes that he fucking hates himself more than he does like love anything in the world. All right. Then there's like this weird part that gets thrown in there, how he hooks up with like this producer and the guy drugs him and rapes him.
Yeah. Many times.
But like he keeps going back, even though he knows that's what's going to happen, he does it anyway. So, yes. So like the first time is complete rape. Is it rape every time? Even though he keeps going back, knowing what's going to happen?
I mean, here's the thing. If you didn't want it to happen and you couldn't give like consent,
Consent?
it's rape.
Well, I think he was drugged,
Yeah,
passed
that's-
out every single time.
Yeah, that's automatically rape.
Even though you wake up and you see, oh, I've been raped.
Yeah.
You leave and then you come back the next day.
That was still an act of rape. So remember, rape is power. So if somebody comes back, it happens a lot. They'll sympathize with the rapist, but they're still being raped. They're
Okay.
still not giving consent to sex.
So that's in there. There's a trans love relationship that happens.
Mhm.
There's so much. It is one of the best things that I've seen in a long time.
It's a hell of a story.
Shut up. You didn't even watch it. I hate
saw some
people so
episodes.
bad. He literally probably got on TikTok, watched
I watched
two
it with
TikTok.
you. I
You
watched it
did
with
not
you.
watch it with me.
I watched some episodes with you. I sure did.
James, you were in the room when I watched it, but you didn't. What's the man's name? What's the stalker's name?
Shit. Megan? Millie? Gertrude?
All right. So for the rest of the people who have not seen the movie, along with producer James,
Mary?
it is a must watch. It's so good. It's an easy watch. Like I said, it's like 6 or 7 episodes, and you will not be disappointed. You may be weirded out a little bit, but it is really, really fantastic. And I think the guy is kind of weird hot.
Mm.
You know, I love a goofy looking white boy with a big nose.
He's got that kind of DJ Qualls thing going.
A little bit, but a little less
yeah.
Snoop Dogg in him.
Yeah.
Because, you know, DJ looks a little bit like Snoop Dogg a little bit.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't look that much like Snoop Dogg. I'm not sure what kind of dog he looks like, but it's not a Snoop Dogg.
Looks like an Afghan hound.
He
Like
kind of does.
Like a long nose.
I'm going to agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
All right, so Beyonce has come out with a new hair care line because she doesn't have enough money. She wants to, you know what I mean? There gets to a point it's just greedy.
I really believe that this is not something that Beyonce created. Like, I feel the same way about The Rock. Like, The Rock didn't go out and create tequila. Some tequila producer went to him and said, hey, do you want to, like, collab? You know, you name it or whatever, and we sell this under your brand. I don't think she's creating.
Well, her mom is a
hairlines.
hairstylist, so I think they created this line together, or so they say. The name of the line is called, Sincered.
Ooh, it's not the
what
way
is
you
that?
wrote it. You wrote it sacred.
No, I think that's how it's spelled, though.
Ooh, this is gonna take a
But
Google.
it's not spelled like it should be. Like the word, the word in the Webster dictionary does not spell the word this way. What is it?
Oh my God!
This is sincere.
It's C-E with a accent. C-R-E-D.
Sincered?
Secret.
Secret?
Secret.
Like I said, if you go to the Webster dictionary, both the words that we have said was the name of the line are in there, but not spelled this way.
How to pronounce?
Secret.
Sacred.
Sacred?
Sacred.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because it's an accent aigu, which is the accent on the E that goes like to the right.
So if you look at the world the way that I do, it has one of those little slash things over the second E in it.
Yeah.
Not all that shit that he just said.
No, that's what it
called?
is.
What is it called?
I think it's an accent aigu.
I hate this motherfucker.
What?
So
I'm telling you.
bad. Anyway, the little swish thing above the E. So the name of that hairline is Sacred. Here's my thing. 99.1% of the time that we see Beyonce, she has on a wig. So why am I to think that someone who wears a wig every time that I see them can convince me to buy their hair care line?
She's not doing a good job of marketing.
No. And I'm sure sometimes she has a leave out with lots of hair extensions. And I know, don't get me wrong, Beyonce has a lot of hair. She has tons of hair. But it is just how they market things now. Mm-hmm. I am going to show you all these fabulous wigs that I can afford to buy made out of virgin Indian child's hair that you cannot possibly afford in your lifetime. You're going to see me only like that. But go out there and get my hair care line so your hair can look like the hair that's underneath my wig.
Your hair can look like my hair, which you're never going to see.
Yeah. I'm just like,
that's really funny.
How does that make sense? Like, this happens a lot in the Black community. So what they'll do is they'll say, hey, try this new hair care line and your hair can be just like me. Don't worry that my mom's Indian and my dad's Black, so I'm destined to grow hair down to my ass. But maybe if you use this product that I use, you can change all your genetics and grow hair like me.
It's like a shoe commercial trying to sell socks.
Yeah.
It's like, here's a Nike shoe, but they're really trying to sell the socks inside of it.
Yeah, I hate that shit so bad. It's like you were pre-designed genetically for your hair to grow. Now, Black people can grow long hair.
But it takes a little something else in there.
It usually takes you've got
Creoles
something
have
in it.
great hair.
They do. There usually has been something down the line. In my experience, I'm not a geneticist or anything like that. Just go by what I've seen.
Not a doctor, not a surgeon.
No, I'm a Jill of all trades, okay? But I just don't like that. Like, I don't like when they're like, oh, hey, come use this makeup. Come do this makeup tutorial for black women. And she's fucking passes the paper bag test. Well, bitch, you ain't nowhere near my black. How are you gonna? I can't use those colors.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, tell me what colors to. I don't like that. But then that qualifies as, hey, we're ethnic over here because
we're inclusive.
We're all inclusive with the people who are only half black, half white.
It's like a vegan trying to sell you steak.
I'm like, and they do this all the time. And I'm so glad that people have started calling them out in the comment sections. They're like, okay, I see that flat iron works on her hair, but I want to see it. I want to see it go through some real naps. Yes, I agree too. I want to see that flat iron go through some real naps, and then that will tell me what kind of work it can do.
Right.
Yeah. So, and I'm sure I've seen reviews about the hair care line. I've heard that it's okay. I've heard that it's great. I heard that it's expensive. I don't know. I've watched a couple of TikToks of people using it and just going on what they have said. But I think the marketing just could have been different. And I guess Beyonce heard people talking about this because she released a video of her hair, of course, getting done with all of the sincere, secret, sacred hair products. And, she has hair. She has very, very long hair. She also can use top of the line. I'm sorry, she only uses sincere, sacred, sacrificial, Q-Kid, charcuterie hair care line for her hair, okay? We get it. But you also keep it braided up and with wigs on. All I'm saying is, come with me with the whole truth.
Right.
And if that truth means you a nappy-headed, look like you straight off the plantation, if that's your hair, that's your hair. I'm going to buy your hair care line because if you can make your hair look good, you can make my hair look good.
There you go.
Yes.
That's what you want to see.
Yeah, I don't want someone who has a celebrity hairstylist, at the snap of their finger to come and do that. I don't know. That brush you're using could have been like installing extensions in your hair at the same time, and we just don't know about that yet. I'm like, come on. This is just how far removed they are from everyday people. But speaking of being removed from everyday people, unfortunately, this person has been back included with everyday people. Fucking Gypsy Rose. She just won't go away. Nope. She's a cockroach among humanity. I cannot. She's here. She still got that weird voice, which I think they didn't get upset with me for making fun of her voice, but they're like, that could be because of her childhood trauma. That she has that baby voice.
It could be.
And I said,
a fucking baby voice.
I said facts, but it still fucking annoys the fuck out of me. I get it. I feel bad for her. Yada, yada, yada. That still does not stop it from bothering my ears when I hear it. I just don't. So, she leaves her husband, which we all knew that was going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she left that poor man.
She's on the Keisha. I just got out of prison plan.
Yeah, so if you don't know about the Keisha I got out of prison plan, whenever I am co-hosting on Pinkshade and we do all of the, the prison shows, these people want to have a relationship with a person who's been in prison for, if it's longer than a year, you need to go with the Keisha plan, okay? You need to let that person come out. You can pick them up from prison, whatever you want to do. Hey, baby, nice to meet you face to face. You smell real good. Let's go eat. Let's go have sex. Then you set that bird free, that little jailbird. You set that jailbird free for about 6 months. You let them get coked out, weed out. You let them get a job, get fired from that job, get another job, quit that job, then get a real job, get his own apartment. Let him get his bulldog. Go ahead, because they got to have a bulldog.
Got to.
With blue eyes and everything. Let him get his bulldog. Let him get his dreads. Retwist it up, let him contact his baby mama, let them get on a good co-parenting relationship. They already been to child support court, all that. So you know exactly how much money gonna come into your household. Let him fuck however many he wants to, where he wants to, this, and that. Let him get the animal out of him.
Yep. Get that caged animal
out of him.
Settled.
Yes. Then after he gets baptized, because he going to get back with the Lord.
At least twice.
He going to be off the drugs, so every day he going to be on Facebook doing inspirational quotes, Bible quotes, taking pictures in long sleeve white shirts with slacks on in front of somebody else's Cadillac on Sunday. When he gets to about that part right there, maybe it's time for him to come make a home with you. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the Keisha plan. Gypsy Rose did not follow the Keisha plan.
No.
She got married while she was in prison and went straight to go living with this guy, only to find out that he was a food hoarder. That's why she said she left.
A food hoarder?
Hoarder. I'm sorry, hoarder.
Oh, hoarder. A food herder.
I'm like,
they call that a rancher.
Well, to me, judging by the size of his belly, I don't think. Yeah, of course he herded food. I heard food. I keep saying herd instead of hoard. I hoard food. Like, I have stashes of food that producer James knows nothing about that are ready for me to eat when the clock strikes 11 o'clock. I hoard food in our room. So this guy does the same thing. Obviously, that was quite disgusting because nothing can compare to sharing a cell with a woman who's probably in her bed masturbating and you have to smell it and share a fucking toilet with her. But this guy hoarding his fucking Doritos and Twix trail mix was too much for her. That was too much. I'm like, you fucking, I can't stand her. So then she starts hanging out with her ex-boyfriend and they're like getting tattoos. And then she shows up on TMZ with a thing, what do you call it when it's on your nose? Not a cast.
Oh, a nose wrap?
Her nose wrap because she got a nose job.
Oh, bandage.
Bandage, yeah, because she got a nose job. Now, she did need that nose job.
Yes, she did.
Because a parakeet don't have shit on the nose that she had. But I feel as though in my heart of hearts, she should have got them fucking silver teeth because she had like 12 silver teeth in her mouth. Yep. She had more silver teeth than she had regular teeth. Now, don't at me. I know that's because her mom was crazy and had a dentist who was fucking stupid pull all of her goddamn teeth out and replace them with caps. But I just feel like I would have started there. I mean, her nose could have looked smaller with real teeth in her mouth. I don't like real looking grown up teeth. So I guess she heard that I was talking shit about her all over town because she went and got them fixed. So she no longer has the silver teeth. The Silvies are gone. I felt like those silver teeth were her kids because I just do. I felt like she named them. I don't know. So now she's got a show that's supposed to be coming out. Now, we're confused on the title of this show because it's called Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup, which we all know, us bunkies, that on WeTV, we have all of the lockup shows. We've got Love During Lockup, which goes to Life After Lockup, which goes to Life After Lockup. No, it's, let's see, Love During Lockup, Love After Lockup, then Life After Lockup. So why is she using or able to use that with her show, which comes on a totally different network?
I think because it's the name of the show is Gypsy Rose. Life after Lockup.
That's so they are able to move around that way.
It's not Life After Lockup, Gypsy Rose. It's Gypsy Rose, Life After Lockup.
Yeah, people just probably scared she'll hire fucking another not too right in the head boy to fucking kill him. I'd be scared. She scares me. She does. She does everything right there. That voice scares me. I'd rather see someone running to me with a fucking kitchen knife than hear. Shut up, bitch. Say it with your chest. I can't with her. I can't. And she talks a lot. A lot.
Please do that in bed later.
He hoards his food.
Oh, that's so fucking hot.
I found out he hoard his food. I'm going to get that silver teeth on my own show. I just want to. I cannot. She makes me not even like the word gypsy or rose anymore. I see a rose and say, fuck you, Rose. That is how much I cannot.
Fuck you,
Rose. Like she makes me go up to a rose and talk shit in her voice. I got to get past this. I can go on.
Oh my God, that's all I want to hear now.
My cheeks are hot. just from imitating her voice just angers me because I'm convinced in my warped head that she's making that voice up. That's not her voice.
You know, I wouldn't put it past her.
Oh,
You know,
she's
put on
scary.
personality thing.
Yeah, she scares me a little bit. I mean, she ain't gonna run up on me, but she induces a little bit of fear.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I would need to be packing if I were to.
I think anybody who went through what she went through is probably is weird at least. Like, they're gonna be weird at a minimum.
But she's scary.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you just go up from there.
Yeah.
But what she went through and going through 8 years of prison, weird is the basic line.
Well, I ain't never met nobody that just came out of prison that talked like that.
I've never met anybody in real life that wasn't on a fucking Nickelodeon cartoon that didn't talk like that.
Hey, Arnold.
I mean, that's what she ought to do. She ought to go into voice acting. Really.
Why? So kids would stop watching cartoons?
That's right. Get them kids outside. Get them off the TV.
You know what? I think y'all need some good, fresh pollen air around here. Let's just go outside. Forget them skeeters.
Fresh pollen.
Never mind them skeeters. Since we all got to share, it's an ecosystem. Let them suck on your blood a little bit. Don't mind them skeeters. Yeah. Kids would most definitely stop watching cartoons, and most definitely their parents would stop. And Gypsy Rose. And she'd name her cartoon Gypsy Rose.
Oh, of course. Oh, she'd be the main character.
Gypsy Rose, Wild Thorn.
Wild Thorn. Oh my god. That sounds exactly. That's gonna be her fucking autobiography.
Or a tattoo on her.
Wild
one or the
Thorn.
other. Alrighty, when we get back, we're gonna talk the latest episode of My 600-Pound Life.
The Libra Lounge with Keisha. The Libra Lounge with Keisha.
Welcome back to the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast. If you are following on Instagram and you like what we do over there, make sure you like all of our Instagram stories. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, and you can also subscribe to us on iTunes,
Spotify,
Amazon Music,
Amazon,
iHeartRadio,
Google, every place you get podcasts.
Yes, and if you are enjoying the show, please, please, please leave us a 5-star review. That helps other people find our lovely little podcast. And we out here spreading the word of Jesus Christ. That's all we do on here. We're making homes wholesome again. That's what we're here to do.
That's what we're doing.
We're cooking from scratch.
We're cooking from scratch. We're putting crosses on the wall.
We're doing all kinds of stuff. Homestead. We're bringing families back together. We are bridging the gap.
We are laid up to play and prayed up and every other kind of up.
Oh,
Well, just saying.
Messed it up. I had a flow going. You thought you was going to flex, and you made it completely not funny.
Cheap. I'm going to do that from now on just to distract
You're going to wind up getting fucked up playing with me doing that voice. All right, so I heard a rumor that this may be Dr. Now's last season, the last season of My 600-Pound Life.
I hope not.
And I would be completely devastated, and I would be outside of his office in Houston, Texas, which is probably 30 minutes away from me, with a picket sign every single day saying, 30 pounds, 30 pounds.
30 pounds.
Wait, 30, you could have lost 30 pounds by now. I hope that's not, but you know what? Those people are sick and tired. Have you noticed the look on the nurses' faces whenever someone comes in? They don't smile. They don't say hi. I just need to get your weight on this scale over here. I don't care that you're like damn near comatose or can't stand up. You got to come over here and stand up on this stand-up scale. Then they give it to them without like the size on it. Like, I think they are tired of these people.
Well, he's also 79 years old.
Dr. Now, you look good for 79.
He'll be 80 in October.
October what?
11th.
He's a Libra.
Yes.
Just like me. October Libra. I love it. I hope it's not, but if it is, I completely fucking totally understand. Which, as a matter of fact, there's a new show that's been coming on after My 600 Pounds. It's called, what is it? Take My Tumor.
Oh, yeah. Take My Tumor.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Oh, man. Ooh. You like, so, okay. Whew. Before you watch this show, you don't want to watch it on a full belly. but at the same time, you need a little bit in your stomach. So when you do throw up, it's not just all stomach bile. So it's like eat you a couple of crackers and watch the show because the shit that I've seen on here is like, my heart goes out to these people. It absolutely does. But some things just look, we're not used to seeing them every day. I mean, if like, I don't know, a 16-headed snake passed by me, I'm going to look at it and be like, I know you're different, but you, like, it just has that fear factor. Like the one woman who had like, I don't know how many tumors. They were so bad that they were closing up her nostrils and she wasn't going to be able to breathe. They were like on her eyelids, in her mouth. Like, it was one of the most horrible things I've ever seen. Until the next week when they had this girl who, it was 2 tumors, but they were on her neck and they stretched the neck skin down and back that it looked like a ball sack, like a giant ball sack was on, like coming from her neck. I've never seen anything like that before in my entire life. I mean, it's like I got teary-eyed. I'm like, holy shit, and it doesn't help that it looked like a ball sack. You know what I mean? If you're going to give me a deformity, I don't want it to look like a sack of balls. But this girl's walking around like that with all this pain. But I have to tell you, this surgeon who works on them is a miracle worker. Wow. Like he has did stuff that no one else has been able to do. And he black. He black, but I think he married to a white woman because of the way his hair cut. He just has that I'm married to a white woman haircut about him. He does. Okay, so ladies.
I found a site. I love this. It is Dr. Now's most savage moments.
Oh, okay. Read it.
Okay. So here's okay. So there was a guy named James.
Can you do? You know how to do Dr. Now's voice?
I'll try.
You do it pretty well.
I will try.
So please. So wait a minute. If you're gonna get fucking offended because he is copying Dr. Now's voice, he's pretending to be him. Turn off the station. Go get a life. Go get laid. Take an edible, and then come back and listen to it.
All right. So this guy has gained 50 pounds over 11 months.
Okay.
And he's like, Dr. Now, I have to eat something. Dr. Now replies, no, you don't have to eat something. You've eaten 800 pounds of food in you.
Not 800 pounds of food in you.
800 pounds of food in you.
Okay. Do like 2 more.
Okay. This poor lady, Latanya, weighed 632 pounds, and she didn't improve and was blaming the hospital food. So Dr. Now was very irritated, and he said, you've eaten the food that belonged to the next 4 years ahead of time. So if you don't eat, you're going to be all right.
I mean, because this man has heard it all. He has literally heard a 700-pound person tell him they're bulimic. He's heard it all. Okay, found one more.
Last one. So this lady, she debuted at 486 and then dropped a few pounds and gained some more back. And anyway, acting delusional. And Dr. Now said she still wanted surgery even though she had a terrible lifestyle. He said, you haven't lost any weight, and now you want us to do magic for you.
And he probably could because he's a fucking troll.
And then the lady said, well, this only works I guess it only works if I eat less. He says, it's going to help you by making you eat less. Okay. Sorry. I had to.
He's savage. But, I mean, I don't think he has a choice. He has to be with these people. Because they're just like, I don't know, they say some weird fucking shit and they lie.
They really do.
So horribly bad. All right. So this episode is with Charles. We meet Charles, who lives with his brother, sister, and I think like the sister's boyfriend or something like that.
Okay.
And I was real confused at it. Because I've seen every kind of walk, bow leg, fat walk.
You watch a show, you learn
so much. I've learned every kind of fat walk. Okay, I know them all.
I've
I've done some of. Yeah, some of them like, oh yeah, that's how I used to walk. Like they're familiar walks. So like, yeah, my ankle went out a little bit when I did mine, but I had not quite seen a walk like this one before. I thought his legs were broke
He probably
because
too.
he just literally walked side to side. Like there's no forward. It's just side to side and hope it pushes me forward. Like I didn't know what that. I was so intrigued by the walk. I didn't even pay attention to his weight. Okay.
So we've seen some of the walks we've seen. We've seen the wobble.
We've seen the wobble.
Where you kind of lean side to side and kind of shift a foot out
No.
as you go. We've seen I'm going to throw my shoulder in
Yes.
each walk.
Uh-huh.
Was this anything like that, or
It
was he literally crab walking?
It was like if I put a big ball, like one of those bouncing balls that help women go into labor, and I put 2 long toothpicks, one on each side, and the ball just kind of rolls side to side.
It has no real
It had
direction.
no direction. It's just
going
It's
where.
just like I manifesting, I guess. He manifested he wants to move in the straight direction, and he does, because his walk is literally side to side. Like,
Is it one of those where it takes 100 steps to move a foot?
yes, and he has a cane, all right? So the best way I can really describe Charles is Humpty Dumpty and the wall.
Humpty Dumpty and the wall.
That is really what he just reminded me of.
Humpty Dumpty is the wall.
Yeah, and then I was just like, what is so special about this character here? Like, what is so special about him? And then they fucking said he was only 5 foot tall. I'm like, that's why.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
So he's like 600 plus pounds, and he's 5 foot.
Oh, my God. Oh, his BMI must be off the charts.
I think Dr. Now is taller than him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think he is the shortest person who's ever been on an episode,
Wow.
and that's including women as well.
Somehow you're wider than you are tall.
Yeah. And you don't see that every day.
No.
You know what I mean?
You
Usually, even if the person is really, really big, like their leg size is proportionate.
Right,
And
yeah.
but everything was short. Have you ever seen a little person pregnant?
Yeah.
This is kind of like how he was,
Oh.
like 9 months pregnant. It just how they walk and everything. It
Oh
was
my
just
God.
really something. I mean, and I thought that was bad until I fucking saw him on the bathroom floor, laying on the side, trying to fucking clean himself.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh.
this guy does nothing.
Ugh.
Like he sits in his bed or in the front room and has his brother who is like, he's got a regular caretaker who like bathes him and all that stuff. Then he has his brother, his young brother, who does everything else. Like I think he gets paid for doing that. So here it is again. This guy, had a rough life and then eventually became like addicted to meth, I want to say.
Didn't work.
Yeah, it's like it worked in
Usually
reverse.
meth and crack are those weight loss drugs.
I don't know. They must have laced his with something a little bit different.
Sugar.
Yeah,
He thought it was meth. He was just smoking sugar.
sugar and cocoa. It's laced with sugar and cocoa and cinnamon. Because I was like,
They're just crushing up Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
yeah, and putting a little bit of meth in it. Because like, even if a person is big and they turn to like drugs, and they stop doing the drugs, like they have gotten really skinny. Traditionally, they've gotten pretty skinny. And then some of those people, it stunts their weight. They don't gain a bunch of weight.
Right.
But this guy somehow did.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, okay. So he's too big. There's something, of course, something happens with his damn van, and they cannot make the trip to Houston.
Oh, no.
So he does, an over-the-phone visit with Dr. Now. So, of course, Dr. Now gives him his diet, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has this diet. It is written down, but these motherfuckers who don't need to give any food advice unless it is to use Crisco or olive oil, always tweak his diet and think it's going to work.
Oh, yeah.
So when he calls in for the next time, Dr. Now's like, it doesn't look like you've lost any weight. Then he tells him what he's been eating. He goes, so who told you it was okay to eat protein shakes? And then you're drinking the wrong protein shake. He was like, no, he basically told him off. He basically said, fuck you, you gonna do whatever the fuck you want to do, you're not gonna be in my program. So this man and his 600 plus pound body, and this is not even meant to be funny.
But it's gonna be.
He decided it would be a lot easier to fly from wherever the hell he was to Houston to surprise Dr. Now. He thought that was gonna be easier than just staying home and following the diet that Dr. Now gave him. He said in his head he had lost enough weight. They always say that.
They always say that, yeah.
So he was going to surprise Dr. Now.
He's going to do a pop-up.
So
Why you don't do
they
pop-ups?
get to the airport,
Mhm.
of course. He's in a wheelchair.
Of course.
And I don't know. He's like, why are all these people staring at me? I don't understand why. And my next words are not my words at all. Okay? So this guy who, you know how people watch shows and they do like kind of a pillow talk where they're doing commentary during the show. And so someone sent me the video and I've had to do 10 Hail Marys, 10 Our Fathers already for laughing. Just at this part, he was like, yeah, all these people are staring at me and I don't know why. And the guy goes, you go to the airport and you see an elephant in a wheelchair. You're going to stare too.
They're not staring at you. They're staring at the 2 elephants, 3 giraffes, and 40 clowns behind you.
Because I'm just like,
Because it's a circus.
yeah. And granted, I feel horrible. I feel horrible that he had, well, he didn't have to do that.
No,
at
he
all.
didn't have to at all.
No, and his poor brother.
Ugh.
I mean, he always has on like a hoodie, but his hoodie's got to be covering up a lot of muscles because this guy is an average sized guy pushing this boy. Okay, so then you know how you go through the aisles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he and his wheelchair fit through the aisles?
In the plane?
No, we're not even on the plane. We're in the airport trying to go through like check-in aisles.
Oh my God. Could he even go through the security?
I mean, the security people had to come and move the things. You know how, because they're movable? Yeah.
Oh boy.
Now, after all that, you felt like you have been shamed, you have been embarrassed,
Yep.
you're tired, you just want to get,
You're probably in pain from moving around.
I'm sure,
as
in
much.
tons of pain.
Yeah.
All you want to do is get to your seat.
And you're hungry. Of course.
James,
What?
it wasn't that. It just,
Did you know he's hungry?
it wasn't that, because they always be hungry, and they say that when they're traveling, the food helps with the pain.
Mm.
But, okay, but he was on a plane, and the stewardess was passing out his food, and he had a fried crispy chicken sandwich
Was he flying first class?
by the likes of like Popeyes. I mean, big juicy chicken breast fried crisp.
Did he DoorDash it to the plane?
And I'm like, this motherfucker must be selling drugs. How the fuck did he get that on the plane? I mean, it looked like she had pulled it out of the grease herself. It was crispy. I think I heard it pop a little bit. And he like, really? How did he get that crispy chicken sandwich? That's made me hate him a little bit. Not because it was so properly fried to like complete deliciousness.
It's just like a fucking Gordon Ramsay chicken breast.
It looked really good. Plus, it was like on an airplane. But it also wasn't on Dr. Now's diet.
No. I'm sorry. No airplane chicken gourmet fried food. No.
So you know how I don't like pop-ups? Dr. Now don't fuck with pop-ups either.
Oh, I'm sure he was so happy to see this sumbitch.
Well, they thought the better of it. They went by to just go in. They thought, man, this little short man short, but he got a little thug in him. Maybe we should go back to the motel and call him. And he's like, what are you doing here? This isn't a surprise. Did you surprise me by losing the amount of weight that I told you? He's like, I don't know, Charles. I don't know.
Chives.
We'll see if we can fit you in.
Okay, chives.
It says someone will call you. Stay by the phone. I like how you said that. Stay by your phone. AK says if you miss this
Don't
call,
do anything else.
stay by your phone.
Stay by phone.
Yeah. So, this particular guy, he goes back home. It's like they don't watch the show. No.
Wait, hang on. Do you think that 600-pound people want to watch 600-pound life? Do you think do you think they watch it? Like, fans of it?
I think they know enough about it to have Wikipedia'd it and kind of have the breakdown of it.
I mean, that's a good point because they know they're going to go on the show.
They know why they're going on the show.
Yeah.
And they know who the doctor is.
They have access to every previous episode, I'm sure.
Yes, but they still act like they have never even heard the name of the show.
They all brand new.
They act like they've never even heard of the Learning Channel TLC. I'm like...
And all these people do all day is watch fucking
it's
TV.
That's all they have to do.
Yeah.
They tell you that's part of it, yes. So, he goes back home. I can't remember, I think he went and did like a weigh-in at like a doctor's office there, and he started losing the weight. And I think he either got approved or was about to get approved, but he's like, Dr. Now, I'm not moving to Houston. Oh. And Dr. Now's like, that is part of the process. He's like, well, can you make an exception this one time? Out of all the fat people in the world that you've helped, Dr. Now, I want you to do a favor for just me. Chose this one time. I'm like, no. You have to do what every other fucker had to fucking do, was follow his directions down to a T and lose that weight. So he didn't even complete the program.
Oh.
Yeah. He was like, well, I'm not going to be able to get... So it very, very, very seldom, and when I say very, very seldom from watching the show, never has it been that a person said, well, I'm just going to lose it on my own, and they actually do and keep it off.
Did he do it?
The show went off.
Oh,
what the fuck are they going to do? Just follow him around? And have someone else do his surgery?
5 years?
Have someone else do his surgery? No. This is following the life and story of Dr. Jan Now. Okay? Or Johan. I already said.
Yonan.
Yeah, he had his hair wasn't dyed as black as it normally sometimes is, so he looked a little bit shorter. When it's dyed like dark black, he looked tall.
And he doesn't look his age when his hair is dark.
Yeah, he doesn't look 79 at all.
But he's fully 79.
Wow. So normally we would do a Mama June breakdown here, but I actually have a surprise for you guys.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to do because they've been doing some of these seasons like half a split season. I'm going to be breaking down, if you are a bunkie, you know who I'm talking about, if you listen to Pinkshade. I'm going to team up with Kimberly from A Dateline with Kimberly, and we're going to break down the first part of this season of Mama June next week.
Ooh.
I know. How
nice.
Yes.
Oh, the shade.
The shade of it all. The shade of it all.
Now does Kimberly like Mama June, or does she hate watch her like I do?
I don't know, James. I just know she watches the show.
Okay.
I'm not in there with her therapy point where she's breaking out
I didn't know
that she hate watches it or anything like that. No.
I didn't know if y'all just had discussed before this got scheduled.
How about this?
Okay.
For that, when we do that recording, because since you act like you don't know how to use your blockheaded mind.
Oh.
Whoever produces Kimberly's show gonna produce my show that day.
Oh,
we're not going to fool with you and your unprofessionalism, always trying to get airtime. You know what I mean? We going to be really professional. We're going to be on time. My mic going to work great. All the things that you don't have, you don't do. I'm going to find another producer. Just like they say, if you can't find what you want in one man, go get underneath another man.
Ooh, damn.
I'm just going to go get me another producer.
So, folks, she reminded me this week that I am simply a big white blockheaded dummy with a beauty for a wife.
Yeah, and if they have seen pictures of me and then a picture of you, they know it's true. They see your blockhead and they see my beauty. And on that note, we will talk to you guys later. Bye.
It's the Libra Lounge. The Libra Lounge. Ooh.